What would be the color of your heart's loneliest secret? The one thing you keep buried and hide it from everybody else, no matter how much you trust somebody and how open you are. What's that color? Is it individual to you? And does it reflect the others in your life that you've been around, that have touched you, that have hurt you? Maybe your pets, your teachers, the people that have showed you something that has uplifted your spirit that you've taken with you. Like the good and the bad. I've come to know in life that it all comes full circle and it comes to be like internalized. And you start to see things as not right or wrong or good or bad, but just unnecessary. Unnecessarily beautiful. So what are the colors on your palette? Who mixed them for you? What's the picture that you're going to paint? What is your heart's intent? What can heal you in the eyes of another, deep in their heart? What stroke of the brush do you have that only your genetic code can depict? I'm just learning how to express myself artistically and poetically and unapologetically. And sometimes it isn't easy. The people around us, we feel like we have to kind of fit in their bubble and like enter their shell. But so your heart's loneliest secret, the thing you keep hidden from everybody, and a lot of times maybe even yourself. I ask you to go there. Go find a sunset, maybe by yourself by a stream or a creek, as the birds are getting ready to go to sleep, as the crickets start to awaken in a beautiful symphony of connection throughout the whole entire planet. Find that emotion. Don't run from it, embrace it. Things will come up and they don't want to move. It's emotion, it's energy in motion. And sit with it. One of the best things I started doing, which I thought I was crazy at first, is I was starting to take walks and I would just talk to myself out loud. And I had to relate to somebody, and it was hard to relate to people. So all of a sudden it became like prayer. And I heard a wise man once say, life is prayer. Every moment is spiritual ritual. I thought I had a grasp on it then. But just hearing those words of wisdom, they changed my life. And so now I set out with intent in all that I do. The people that I meet, I smile at strangers, I compliment them. I want them to know how beautiful and unique and adorable they are to me. The only way I can fill up my cup is if I fill up yours. And to see you smile, to see you have tears of joy, to hand a stranger like a rose and say, here, I think this would look lovely in your hand, and walk away, is something that I live for. Then, as you're painting that picture, in that moment, that's when healing begins. And your body is a sacred temple that was made just for you. And you have hidden gifts and you have talents that need to be unraveled and uncovered, dusted off, and to awaken. For everybody on this planet. It's not about getting like attention or likes or like admiration or acceptance. It's about changing like the lives around you. And a lot of times it's people that might be like an empath, or people that are highly sensitive, or people that in like a narcissistic abusive relationship, or our parents, we have a very chaotic lifestyle. We are always externalizing. We're always wanting to fit into something, so we're just always on the outside. There comes a point in life, if this is resonating with you, that you have to go in solitude. You have to walk it alone, the path of the warrior. Of course, you can still talk to people, but seek silence and empty moments. And be okay with your pain. Be okay with everything. Don't even try to fix it. Just try to express it. Do that to the ether. Do that to God. Do that to source energy. Do it in a diary. Do it in a song. Do it in a painting. Do it in a picture. Do it in a good gesture. By paying for somebody's a drink at a bar. It don't matter how you do it, but follow that energy. Then, go ahead and open up your voice. Don't sing in the shower. Sing there too. But go outside. See something beautiful, something that inspires you. Try to make a rumble, a heavenly cry that only your voice, only your vocal cords can produce. Sing a tune everywhere you go. Be you, unapologetically. It's a beautiful life. And I'm not a victim of anything. I'm not here to talk about myself necessarily, but I've been through a lot of fear, guilt, and shame. And I hurt some people too, because I didn't know how to love people properly. I was very ungrounded and out of balance as a teenager. My life was very hard, very depressed. PTSD, anxiety. I was never clinically diagnosed. I didn't take medication or anything, so I started turning to like drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. And like in the midst of all this, I found out how to love myself. And the most loving thing that I do for myself every single day is I try to express myself. With the way I dress, it's my intent. With the way that I move, the way I talk, the way I look at people. And I try to talk to people on their level so I can have a better connection with them. You know, it's okay to change your voice. There's nothing fake about having a different mannerisms and different like facial cues around certain people, like small children or older people, or even police and stuff like that. You know, so be you know, they always say that people wear masks. I'm a very honest person. I seek honesty in myself. I can't lie to myself because I'm lying to God and the universe and everybody else. This has been hitting me for about 4 years. It gets really hard to lie to myself. But wear many masks. We all need to fit the character of a healer, a friend, a listener, a therapist, a big brother, a sister, a mother, a father, an uncle, a helper, an animal caretaker. All these roles come up in our lives constantly on daily basis. And if it's hard to seek God or understand God, just understand God in that way, maybe. You know, it's like God has exploded into however many people on this planet, however many people there have ever been, and He's playing it out. We have the 5 senses, and we also have spiritual senses. We have psychic gifts, we have all kinds of things, your third eye, all these things. We have empathy, and we all have felt very similar emotions. We've all had parents, like a lot of us have kids. We've had pets that have been lost. We got bullied in high school. We had acne. We were overweight. We don't feel good about our bodies. We can all relate to that, you know? And it's been, I used to stutter all the time. I couldn't even hardly speak. And in a lot of ways, I was very inconfident, you know? And then I realized that I had self-worth and I had value. And it wasn't money or anything like that. I'm a gypsy. I'm a drifter. In the Dayton area, I just, yeah, but I seek emotions. And I'm seeking artistic expression. And if this video is anything, it's me empowering myself by using my voice for the forces of good and love in the world. And also to inspire you. I'm just a reflection of you. Everything on this planet, it inspires me now. Doesn't matter what it is. And I always have tried to see the good in people. I look at things without non-judgment, but I always judge myself. I did this for a long time. It's very detrimental, self-harm. It doesn't always have to be cutting or hitting yourself. It can also be just not expanding on who you are and expressing yourself and staying silent when you don't need to explain anything to anybody. And being willing to walk away from situations that are hurting and diminishing your light. It's okay to outgrow things and outgrow people. It's okay for them to outgrow you. I encourage anybody, find your tribe that supports you, that speaks truth, and if they come at you with criticism, it's nothing but constructive, and it will always hit you like a light bulb. Bing! Thank you, I needed to hear that today. I thank you for being that much of my friend that you could be honest with me like that, because I needed that from you. And I'm dying to find out who you are. And what's the color of you? The only hue that you have. What's your song? What's a simple 8-line poem? Only you can make it. Nobody's ever made that poem before. I would like to see the return of the Renaissance. I would like to see art to be like the thing that people inspire to do, because it brings about empathy and compassion. And it can change somebody's emotions, which then can change their genetic makeup. Our body holds memory, and a lot of people are distorted energies. They're working so much, they have all these different things going on, so they get stuck. You got to work all day, you work 50, 60 hours a week, you come home, you have a couple beers, you get a steak dinner, and you go to sleep because you're so tired. You take a couple vacations maybe if you have that luxury of going to Colorado and going skiing and all these things, but your whole life you're spent externalizing on something. So it's very good to find a creative outlet that's expressive to you. I can tell you, when I started playing music, when I started doing this stuff, I wasn't that good, and sometimes I could do something okay. Then a couple weeks later, because I didn't have a good routine, I would try to recreate it and I would fail and I'd feel stupid, like I'm so fucking stupid. No, you're not. Not lazy, it's just lack of a routine. It's lack of feelings of worthiness. So I started manifesting my dreams through the problems in the world that I see that need fixing. Certain types of foods, just stuff. Certain types of media, certain types of laws, certain types of things with police and authority. I respect police, but man, sometimes they think they own you, and they do not. I'm a free soul. I do not wrestle with flesh and blood, but with powers and principalities. And I say that with the utmost respect of every world leader this world has ever seen and ever will see. Every communist, it don't matter. I respect it all. I stand for it all because I've been here, and this isn't easy to navigate. You know? So let's all give each other a break. Let's all come together and love each other and honor each other and express ourselves in an authentic way that only you can do. A wise man once said, if you look deep enough into the heart of another, you will truly find yourself. The first time I heard that, I balled up. I couldn't breathe. That's all he said. It changed my life. So now, instead of doing things I used to do, like very mindlessly, hanging out at bars and stuff, there's nothing wrong with anything. Now I seek those things, like philosophy, and sunsets, and rivers, and the trees. I love giving people, like just strangers, flowers, and say, you look so beautiful, I like your sunglasses, I adore you, whatever. Just being goofy, dancing, people, just make them smile. That's where true healing can take place, because they see something different. It lights them up. And that lights me up. So if you're somebody who is dealing with your own darkness and very distorted by emotions, and you're around people that constantly have you off tilt, and you're trying to find your center, I encourage you, go in solitude. It's okay to say no. It's okay not to answer your phone. It's okay to cry. It's okay to get mad. I feel all these emotions all the time, but I've learned that my anger and my frustration, it can be turned into a very powerful tool so I can affect change in the world. All the shadows and the problems in the world are merely a reflection of me. And if I take responsibility for the things that cause me pain and suffering, then I have to fix it within myself first. And my biggest tip for anybody who's going through spiritual awakening, or you're seeking God, you're seeking truth, and you're watching this video, this is like divine timing, is to express yourself unapologetically and set aside space for it. Sing songs. Even if you think you can't sing, just go by yourself and sing your favorite song, and do it like you're on a stage and there's millions of people that aren't even there, because everyone can hear it. They can see it on your face. They can see it by the way you talk, just by the way you hand somebody money when you're buying a coffee. Just the subtleness of your unique beauty that only you own. A little twinkle in the eye. It doesn't matter. You are so beautiful. You're so lovely. And you've inspired me. It doesn't matter who you are. TV shows, actors, rappers, musicians, like the Red Cross events on TV where they all get together, all the people, like when tornadoes happen and people come together. I love watching all these videos of people saving animals and animals doing amazing things. I feel connected in that moment. So I'm no longer in a state of separation, like where I think that everything's happening to me. It's like something very beautiful is happening around me. And a lot of times that can come with some dark stuff. I've said this before, love can be a very evil or hateful thing, because it's just distorted energy. A lot of people love each other. They don't know how to display it because they're still hurt. Hurt people hurt people. You know, so look at your past experiences and try to come at it with a lens of non-judgment and just say, I'm a being of light. I'm a child of light. In my darkness, my lowest abyss, the darkest place in my soul, That's where my true light shines. I'm not a victim of what's happened to me. I'm simply a grateful receiver of divine love. And that could be if you've been abused, it could be anything. And it's also a place of empowerment. Self-empowerment is something that the world, I think, needs more of. You know? We all have a little voice. That's what they say. That's not true. All there is jobs and death and taxes or whatever. That's not true. All you have to work hard to have a beautiful life. That's not true. Money doesn't grow on trees. That's not true. You're not good enough to that. You can't be in the NBA because you're too short. Muggsy Bogues. That's not true. Nobody will ever love you. That's not true. But the inner work has to be like a reflective mirror. Like, we have to say, I've seen enough on the outside. I've externalized all those. I felt those anxieties. I felt all of those problems. It's had me off balance my whole entire life. Sometimes I don't know who I am, so I binge watch like Netflix. And I'm not knocking anything, guys. I'm just saying that this is what I used to do. I used to play a lot of video games. I still do. I love Street Fighter. But I hardly ever do it as much because I used to do it as an escape. And it was a beautiful angel that hung out with me my whole entire life. So I was so crushed. I just hang out with myself, and I drink beer and smoke pot, and I play video games. Like Zelda and Kingdom Hearts and all these things, they bring tears in my eyes because they're so beautiful and it's so adorable. The characters and the stories, the sounds, that was how I escaped from my own pain. And that's nothing but God right there. It's so beautiful. Hashtag Nintendo, Sega Genesis. And it's okay to find those things too. It's like, find the songs, like find the things that, like your favorite, like book bag, it don't matter, like a Trapper Keeper, like that Lisa Frank stuff from the 90s. Just remember like the magic in that. And always live with intent. You can use every single experience, your pain, your suffering, everything. The lies you've told, the lies have been told to you, everything. Like your terror and your fear, your inspiration, your joy, but you can learn how to channel those energies into something amazing. I get upset when I look around the world sometimes. I get upset with the lack of unity sometimes that I see in all the political games and the CNN and Fox News. It's insane. Like the local news, it's insane. It's like, to me, it's like they want us to know that this is like they're throwing bananas at you. It's like a show. It's theater, and it's not even good. Today at 4, there was a man shot in Dayton last night. Let's weigh in on that. There's also a beautiful sunset outside. And there's a pond up the street where there's a couple ducks. Call it Swan Lake. And butterflies can land on your eyelashes like to remind you how sweet the kisses were when you were young. Dandelions light candles for lions. Bears and tigers, oh my, you are so beautiful to me. Sometimes I walk into the woods. I have a lot of lower emotions that need to be worked with. Shame, guilt, fear. All these feelings of being not worthy. And I sit there for an hour or two and I tune into the insects and the birds and the movements. And I watch the squirrels and the deer if they're there and the streams of the rivers. And I set my intent. This is a necessary feeling. This is not me, my authentic form. And this is for me to heal it, to feel it, to transmute it, and to ground it. You know, so I breathe into my heart and I accept it. I say, I love you. I thank you for the experience. This emotion, this feeling, this memory no longer serves me. And right as the sun goes down to a beautiful extravaganza of sapphire skies, I leave it there. Sometimes I cry. Sometimes it's only a couple tears. Sometimes it's for half an hour. Then I walk away. The carcass of who I was is laying right there on the river, the bank, in the forest. Spiritual awakenings and like growth is a series of deaths and rebirths. And sometimes it can feel like everything around you is crashing and you can't control it. And it's true, because in a lot of ways we're not in control if we're on a path of healing and loving and answering to a higher calling, a higher purpose. Spirits use people in beautiful ways. And sometimes they put you through pain and all kinds of things and abuse and narcissism, all these things, so you can learn. you have more empathy, you have more compassion, and you also find out who and what you are. You know? And that's how my life's been. The past couple years have been amazing. They've been very hard. They've been very almost demonic in a way, but I realize that the demons come in, the angels come in demons' forms. It's like a divine initiation. All the pain and suffering that I've had, all the cries, all the times where I sat in the house and wouldn't want to talk to nobody and neglected my health and wouldn't even approach like a woman like you out on a date because I wasn't confident in myself. All these things, I had to overcome that, you know? And something that I can truly say that I know is I'm a good person. And I've always questioned my intentions, are they pure? And I'm just now being able to say that they are, you know? I've never wanted to hurt anybody, because if I see your face change, if I see that, I feel like an empathetic exchange with you. And I feel horrible. And I've been like that my whole entire life, so it led to a lot of self-destructive behavior. Because I would take on other people's emotions and their temperaments, and people like can project things on you. It's not that they're doing it on purpose, it's just that's where they're at on their own path. You know, and sometimes, you know, even our families, I love my family to death, but it's getting to the point to where it's like, you have to respect my words and my opinions too. And if not, then I have to kind of distance myself a little bit. I'll still see my family, but it's like, I need people, I need me. And I gotta be more of me. And sometimes you can't be a prophet in your hometown. So if you're trying to do great things, maybe the circle of friends or your family members, maybe even your parents, you know, they kind of make you feel bad and you get that embarrassed feeling and walk to your room. That's just fuel to the fire that is you. And it burns in my heart's desire. And in the eye of my mind, there we are, hand in hand, walking into the setting sun. Diamonds and sapphire light the footpath along the waves of the sea. You and me walking on water. All you have to do is be free. Let your spirit override your ego. And what I mean is, your ego wants to be safe. It wants to think that things are the way that it is. This is how life is. This is how it works. And it doesn't want to be confronted. So once you start to override your ego, start doing things that maybe you're afraid of, you know, like public speaking or whatever. This is a very vague, it's very vague but broad, you know, like brush. You start to realize that your ego is a beautiful thing because you overcome that fear. Now where there's fear, there's love. And then there's more willing to take risk, to be yourself and to be like imaginative and creative and to express yourself, you know? You know, we go to these school systems and we're taught to raise our hands and read out of a book, and almost all of it's nonsense. It's just about authority and obeying and regurgitating information. You know, a lot of people think that that's where you are educated. I'm not arguing that, but like for me, it came from like depression. You know, it came from loss. It came from grief. You know, like a wise person once said that grief is having a bunch of love and nothing to do with it. You know, so it feels like it's wasted. Like if you lose someone, or if you used to have a hobby, if you broke your leg, you know, skiing, they said you can't ski no more. There's a piece of you that's like, man, that was my passion. That was what I did. That was my home, you know. So I realized that a whole bunch of my life was in grief. And it wasn't only the people that I've lost, and relationships, and the friends, and the pets. It was also having a bunch of love for myself that I didn't know how to translate or to transmute it back to myself, you know. It's awesome to love other people and help other people. But we must hold up a mirror to ourselves, our light and our shadows. By shadows, I mean the things that go unacknowledged, the things that make you have a character defect, so to speak.